Hey everybody. Alright, so this is a really quick, what I'm going to call a sneak peek of your edTPA requirements for this course. This course specifically, and these directions and this guidance is specifically for EDI 613. There are some slight adjustments that you'll have to use for your actual edTPA, which we will discuss further in class, but I did want to just give you a really brief touch on what this part of your course is going to be about. So your edTPA consists of 4 separate tasks. Task 4 solely addresses mathematics assessment. So here's what you're going to be doing for our class for the purposes of edTPA. You're going to be observing math lessons. This is a requirement for your field experience for this course. You're going to be collecting information about the students in that class. This is something that edTPA calls your context for learning. Information about what kinds of programs the students use for mathematics, how many students are in your class, how many boys, how many girls, if you have any students with special learning needs. This is going to go into a template called Context for Learning. You're then going to write up a very quick snapshot of instruction for a particular unit. This is called a learning segment, and this is anywhere between 3 and 5 lessons taught sequentially. So you're going to be able to either observe some of that or maybe get notes from your cooperating teacher about what was taught and how it was taught. Again, this is a very brief thing. It's not going to be full lesson plans. It's just going to be bullets about how the lesson was taught. Once you are done with that, you're going to design an assessment for that particular learning segment, those set of lessons. I would recommend designing it yourself, maybe taking an assessment that is being used in that class currently and adjusting it for our particular needs. edTPA is going to be looking for some very specific components, types of questions, specifically addressing math. So at this point, you have the option, if your cooperating teacher is open to it and you want to have the students in your observing class take it and they're fine with it, you can have the students in your observing class take it. Or I'm obviously going to give you opportunities for your colleagues in our class to take your assessment for the purposes of having data. So in real life, on a real edTPA, you would do this in your student teaching. But for the purposes of our class, we have a little bit of flexibility. A lot of students last semester were not able to give it to their students, so we just took it together as colleagues to provide data. Once you have that data, you're going to analyze it based on certain criteria, certain prompts that edTPA will be asking you for. So again, we'll go through more of that further, but again, just wanted to touch base on it. Once you have that data, you're going to kind of analyze it and see where your students or your faux students are struggling, and you're going to design another lesson. This is called your ReEngagement lesson. For the purposes of our class, you're going to be doing a full lesson plan. I will give you a template for it to hopefully re-engage and deepen students' understanding in that particular area that you saw in their assessment they didn't do too well on. And then finally, you're going to answer prompts related to the entire assessment process. And again, that's going to be provided as a template. You're going to have the prompts and you're going to have to answer in paragraph form or with a table underneath each prompt. And that's it. That's the big scary edTPA. It's not too bad. We're going to walk through each process very slowly. I'm also going to provide you with short videos like this to kind of go through each part. I'm also going to provide you, along with your edTPA handbook, I'm going to provide you with annotated pages, so my own notes on the side to kind of give you some more guidance and more advice specifically about what we're doing with this edTPA task for EDI 613. I hope that helped. Hope it didn't scare you too much. Looking forward to talking more about this. Thanks, guys.